All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here at this meeting of the Sonoma County Junior College District Board of Trustees. We'll begin as we always do with our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we gather at Santa Rosa Junior College on the territorial traditional land of the Pomo people in Santa Rosa and the Coast Miwok people in Petaluma, past and present, and honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded it throughout the generations. As a reminder, public comment will be allowed at appropriate times. If you would like to make in-person public comment, please complete one of the yellow public comment cards in the back of the room and bring them up here to the front desk. For those joining us via Zoom, please wait to raise your hand until invited to do so by me. And we will call on you at that time. That brings us to item B1, announcements of reportable actions from closed session. There are none. Item B2, approval of the open session agenda. Do I have a motion and a second from the board to approve the open session agenda?
Motion to approve the open session agenda.
Second.
All right, any board members or public wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, we will go to student trustee Clark with advisory votes. Student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? The ayes have it. The agenda is approved. Next, item B3, approval of our regular meeting minutes from our June regular meeting. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes?
Motion. Second.
Any comments? Seeing and hearing none. Student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstains? One abstention. The minutes are approved. Next, we are at item B4, approval of our special meeting minutes from the June 26th board retreat. Do I have a motion and a second to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes from the retreat.
Second.
Any public comments or board members wishing to comment? Seeing none. Student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? All right, with one abstention, those minutes are approved. Next, that brings us to our employee of the month for August 2025. We have Julio Flores presenting for Eric Fernandez Bonilla. Please go ahead.
It's not on. Oh, there we go. Now it is. I can hear myself. Yay. All right. Good afternoon, President Shaban, members of the board, Acting President Kate Jolly, and members of our campus community. It is an honor to present the Employee of the Month Award to a colleague who embodies SRJC's mission and values, Eric Fernandez Bonilla. Eric's story is SRJC at its very best. A proud Petaluma native, Casa Grande High School graduate, he chose Santa Rosa Junior College because he believed in the transformative power of the Petaluma campus, and that decision set him on an extraordinary path. In 2019, he joined the Puente Learning Community, where the guidance of mentors like Roberto Alvarado and Jessica Green helped him discover his passion for sociology and ignited his desire to give back. By 2020, he stepped up as a Puente peer coach, becoming the kind of role model that helps students turn possibility into opportunity. Eric's academic record speaks to his drive and excellence. He graduated from SRJC in 2021 with highest honors, earning both an ADT, and stay tuned for the ADT if you don't know what ADT is for the presentation I have later, and an AA in social and behavioral sciences, and then continued to UC Berkeley to deepen his scholarship and service. After graduating from Cal, he returned home to SRJC, this time as a student success coach, specialist in counseling, bringing his experience, heart, and leadership back to the very community that helped shape him. What distinguishes Eric is how he transformed insight into impact. Early on, he named a challenge many new students face: the distance, both literally and figuratively, between places like the Welcome and Connect Center, financial aid, admissions and records to our own counseling space. His student-centered solution was simple and powerful. Bring support closer to where students are, so they receive the warm handoffs that help them feel like they belong. Guided by that vision, the Welcome and Connect Center Annex was created, an extension of the Welcome Center with peer coaches located nearer to counseling, making it easier for counselors to provide that warm handoff. This is what SRJC's mission looks like in practice, thoughtful feedback becoming concrete in order to assist students with their educational goals. Our counseling department had much to say about this accolade. Roberto Alvarado, counseling faculty, shares that Eric grew from Puente student to trusted professional, calling this recognition well-deserved. Liz Giron, counseling faculty, notes that Eric has made the front desk a space of respect, efficiency, and good energy, supporting the complex demands of counseling with reliability and care. One of our peer coaches, Cole, captures what many feel. Eric is a leader, teacher, role model, and friend whose positivity, knowledge, and compassion lift students and colleagues alike. Eric's daily work reflects the best of who we aspire to be. He leads with a student-first mindset grounded in inclusion, diversity, equity, anti-racism, and accessibility, ensuring every student is seen, supported, and affirmed. He uplifts others, champions equity, and advances a culture where belonging is a practice, not just a value. On behalf of the board and our college community, it is a privilege to recognize Eric Fernandez Bonilla as Employee of the Month. You can come up here real quick. On behalf of the board and our college community, it is a privilege to recognize Eric Fernandez Bonilla as Employee of the Month. And we present to you several things included in this packet, including tickets to our theater group, where you could probably watch the comedy of Hamlet in early fall, or Hello Dolly the musical in the spring. A gift certificate to our award-winning culinary cafe, a beautiful plaque to hold up at your desk. And last but not least, a very great gift from the counseling department. Eric, thank you for the example you set, the doors you open, and the lives you change, one student at a time. Congratulations.
Thank you, Julio, and everyone who's here. Good afternoon. I truly feel honored and grateful to be receiving this award today. 6 years ago, I began my journey at SRJC as a student, unaware of just how profoundly this experience would shape my life for the better. Here on campus, I found not only lifelong friends, but also a unique support network, dedicated mentors, and a community that feels like home. SRJC gave me a sense of belonging and a renewed sense of purpose. I wouldn't be standing here today without the incredible people who've supported me along the way. I want to express my deepest thanks to my family and friends, my partner, the counseling team, and the wider SRJC community, and everyone who has walked alongside me during this journey. Most of all, I thank God for the blessing of being a part of this family and for the opportunity to give back to the community that has given so much to me. Thank you.
Congratulations on the very well deserved recognition. All right, that moves us on to item B6, public hearing on a mutual intent to open negotiations for one additional article of the contract between SEIU Local 1021 and the district. Are there any public comments on this item? I have no comment cards on this item. Is there anyone online? Any board members wishing to speak on this item? I will close public comment on item B6, and we will move on to item B7, public comment on items not on the agenda. As a reminder, each speaker will have up to 3 minutes to address the board. Please state your name and any affiliation before making your comments. I'll start in the room and then move online to the extent there are any. And I will note that for our Employee of the Month, you're definitely not compelled to sit through the entire board meeting. I know you're being very dutiful there, but I do want to let you know that we appreciate you and the folks who came here to celebrate you. So no need to suffer through the rest of the board meeting. All right, our first public comment is Lauren Coburn.
Good afternoon, members of the board and President Shaban, Acting Director Kate Jolly, and SRJC community. It's been an honor and a bittersweet moment to speak about someone who has had such a lasting mark on our college. My supervisor, mentor, and friend, Rachel Kutcher. For 30 years, Rachel has been a fearless advocate for students, proving again and again that education is a right, not a privilege. Rachel's brilliance is matched only by her kindness, humor, and generosity. She's a rare gift for making students and colleagues feel seen and valued. She's a steady guiding light, always knowing when to offer wisdom and when to listen. Rachel has shown me that you can be both deeply professional and joyfully human. Rachel, on behalf of the community, thank you for 30 years of heart, advocacy, and service. You've made a difference here that will last for generations. I'd like to share my time with Rachel and give her a clap for all she's brought us. I'm probably on the next card. I'm Rachel Kutcher. I am the Director of Student Financial Services and soon to be retired from SRJC. And I would like to invite the entire Student Financial Services team to come surround me and give me comfort and support. So good afternoon, President Shaban, trustees, Acting President Jolly, and college community. Today's agenda includes my request for early retirement after 30 years of dedicated service to Santa Rosa Junior College. More than half of my time with the college was in fund development with the SRJC Foundation. Some of you know that, some of you do not. And the second half has been in leadership roles with Student Financial Services, first with scholarship programs, then adding on financial aid and veteran student success. In recent years, the demands on financial aid and veterans offices have only grown. Federal staffing cuts have caused FAFSA delays and processing breakdowns. New fraud prevention rules have increased administrative hurdles, and looming changes to Pell Grant eligibility threaten students' ability to receive aid. Students from mixed status families face unique barriers, fearing data misuse or struggling with application systems when parents lack Social Security numbers. California has responded by expanding the California DREAM Act application to protect family privacy and keep state aid accessible. These threats are significant and tangible. Staying on top of ever-changing policies and regulations is no small task. So also on today's agenda is an updated job description for the Director of Student Financial Services. This role is vital to our college. This position safeguards students' access to millions of dollars in aid, ensures compliance with complex federal and state regulations, and protects our Title IV eligibility, without which thousands of our students would lose access to federal financial aid entirely. I'm proud to say, in 24-25, our office dispersed more than $44 million in federal, state, and institutional aid This represents a 26% increase over the prior year. The college's late decision not to transition to Banner this year for a variety of reasons resulted in our team getting a late start processing 25-26. Yet our team, this team right here, took on this challenge and met it, ensuring students would not face any negative consequences. So this Thursday will be our first disbursement for the 25-26 year, and we will be dispersing nearly 500,000 more to students at this time than we did at this time last year. That's a 30% increase in aid. It has been my privilege to work alongside this dedicated student-centered staff whose expertise and compassion help students overcome significant financial barriers to education. I have requested on multiple occasions to honor this entire team as employees of the month as a group honor. That hasn't happened, but in my estimation, they should receive public recognition for their hard work and dedication. Thank you, team. I am concerned about the college's current proposal to reduce the stature of this position. Doing so would diminish the authority, resources, and recognition necessary to carry out these high-stakes responsibilities. This position must remain at a level that reflects its importance, both to safeguard institutional compliance and to protect our students' futures. When I questioned the reduced placement, I was told that it was due to basic needs resources returning home to student life. And I want to point out that when basic needs left student life, the prior position was not diminished in kind. The work of the Director of Student Financial Services and that of our entire team is critical to our institution's financial health and student success. Current pressures on federal programs make it more important than ever for SRJC to value and support the positions in this office. Undervaluing student financial services positions sends the wrong message to our college community and our dedicated staff. To my colleagues in student financial services, thank you for your integrity, resilience, and heart. It has been my honor to serve with you. And to you, the Board of Trustees, my college colleagues, thank you for allowing me to share my dedication and passion for this remarkable institution and the students we serve. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for your service to the district. Next up, we have Sean Flaherty.
Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all. Mainly, I just want to ask a couple questions. Generally speaking, I'm already a little bit skeptical of Canvas. It used to be the case that this school or people or professors used to operate without Canvas, and now it's sort of mandatory. And I heard that there was a potential negotiations in between the school and the Canvas to let there be an assistant AI for the classes. When I pay for the tuition or whatever for classes, I want to be guaranteed that the people who teach me are certified to teach me the things that they do. This is why certificates are like very important, very rambly, very last minute. But mainly, I just wanted to ask if there's more information on this and if my understanding of it's already misguided.
So we don't engage in a back and forth dialogue during public comments, but someone from the administration will follow up with you if you come up afterwards and give them your contact information.
Thank you.
All right, I don't have any other public comment cards in the room. Is there anyone else in the room wishing to make public comment? Is there anyone online for public comment? Seeing and hearing no other comments, we will close public comment and move on to item B8, monthly updates, starting with the college president report from our acting president, Kate Jolly.
Thank you. It's truly an honor to be here once again, serving as acting president. I'm happy to share that Dr. Garcia has been focusing on her recovery. She's making great progress. I'm deeply grateful for the steady support and leadership of the board, the cabinet, and the entire SRJC community during this time. I know we're all looking forward to welcoming her back this week, just in time for the plenary session at PDA this Friday. Across the districts, teams have been hard at work getting ready to align our plans with the priorities in our strategic plan. We're streamlining processes to improve efficiencies and setting clear goals for this next year. This preparation has included closely tracking changes in federal funding initiatives so that we can anticipate any impacts, remain in full compliance, and most importantly, continue to support our students. I want to thank VPs Holcomb and Senecal and all of Cabinet for their thoughtful, focused approach to this critical work. We had the privilege of welcoming Senator Mike McGuire to our Construction Training Center last week. A special thank you to Board President Siobhan, Trustee Fishman, Sarah Lagos, Sarah Pugh, and Benjamin Goldstein for helping host the visit and showcasing the incredible work happening at the training center. It was the senator's first time touring the program. He was genuinely in awe of the program, the facility, as well as the partnerships and opportunities that are helping our students prepare for these high demand careers. Visits like this really remind us how much we contribute to workforce development and the local economy, and how proud I am of the role we play in our community. We have our fall 2025 PDA plenary session this Friday. The theme is Forging Our Future, Defining Our Legacy. It's a perfect moment to reflect on SRJC's remarkable 106-year history, while also focusing on the innovation and collaboration that will guide our next chapter. The Professional Development Committee has put together a rich program designed for learning, connection, and reflection, and I'm excited to join colleagues in imagining what's next for SRJC. I want to thank the HR team and the Professional Development Committee for the incredible lift they do for this event every year. This year, the VPs will join Dr. Garcia for a roundtable as part of the plenary session to answer questions submitted by the college community and discuss the priorities for the next year. So much has been happening behind the scenes to get ready for the start of the semester, the new academic year. I want to deeply thank all of our teams for the preparation for our new and returning students. I always love the first week of school when you can really feel the excitement. I especially want to thank IT, media, custodial, and facilities teams. They've been doing a big push over the summer to ensure that our sites are ready to welcome students, faculty, and staff for this semester ahead. And their efforts make a real difference in how our community experiences SRJC. I'd like to take a moment to introduce some new members of our leadership team. We have Carl Chu here, our new Senior Director of Information Technology, and Jen Hansen, our new Director of Human Resources. We are really thrilled to have you on board, and I know the SRJC community will join me in giving you a warm welcome. I would also like to acknowledge Rachel Kutcher's last board meeting. Rachel has been with SRJC for more than 30 years in different roles, but most recently as the Director of Student Financial Support and Services. Her friendship, her leadership, her tireless support of students, and her steady calm has been an incredible support to me personally, her team, and the college. Rachel, you will be so very missed. As we stepped into this new semester, I'm feeling both optimistic and energized. I'm grateful for the dedication and heart this community brings to our students, supporting them. And I am looking forward to Dr. Garcia's return. A great start to the academic year and to the exciting work ahead. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And then I think we have you on double duty with the bond update as well.
I guess I could have just stayed there. Good afternoon, President Siobhan, members of the board, college community. So we're going to start with our facilities operations project with the new roof and HVAC system for Forsyth. You can see the before and after pictures on the screen. We've completed construction. We're now commissioning and wrapping up the punch list, and we'll move building occupants back for fall. Moving up to Schoen Farm, we are back with the restroom project that needed additional work required by DSA. It's currently out to bid. The bids are due today, and we will continue to report progress and bring an award next month. Here at Santa Rosa, we're working on the Lunabis auto lift installation and ADA upgrade project still. We began construction after spring ended. We've encountered quite a few unforeseen conditions in the space. We're working with DSA, the contractors, and the department, and we currently anticipate construction to be complete in early September. In Bertolini, for the Student Center Career Services renovation, construction has been ongoing. There's been some delays on that project as well, mostly around the receipt of supplies. We'll be moving some of the occupants have been moved, some will be moving in this week and next, and we'll be doing the finish work over the next few weeks. On the agenda today is change order number 2 for CWS construction for $4,950. It's for data and door lock changes. This brings our change order percentage to 15.63%. So there is a resolution on the agenda for approval. We continue to move forward with the signage and renumbering project. We're focusing on the Petaluma campus in Doyle and Bertolini here in Santa Rosa. We have a contract amendment on the agenda for $60,000 for TLCD to incorporate the work to start to lay the planning for the Petaluma campus. This will produce a numbering system that is in compliance with our state standards, as well as a bid package for the signs themselves. This work will be ongoing for a while. Once we have that package, we still need to take it through our processes, and I will keep you updated at major milestones. For Towser, we are on schedule. We're starting the punch list. We will move the occupants in over the winter break as planned. We're currently working on the flooring and other finishes, last little touches. We have a change order to Alton Construction for $265,061 for changes mostly due to the parking lot scope, but numerous other design related and district requested changes. This brings our change order percentage to 10.01% for the project. So there is a resolution on your agenda for approval for this project as well. So just a couple pictures. We finished the paving and the concrete. The new exterior staircases are in, and we're working on the exterior landscaping. And we have the flooring and other finishes substantially complete now. We're just finishing up the finishes. In Petaluma, we've been working with the Economic Development Administration on the Construction Training Center closeout. So we had some additional funds in the project, and we're able to add acoustical panels to address the noise concerns in the space. To minimize the impact on instruction, we received approval to move forward with the purchase over summer and are requesting ratification of that today. At SRJC Roseland, the work in heritage is mostly complete. We'll be opening for classes next week. The exterior painting is done. The security hardware, furniture, and technology are all being installed, and the bathrooms are finally complete. The Welcome Center is also moving along on schedule. We have completed the parking lot and completed the relocation of the well and related equipment. The building sheathing is up, and we're now working on wrapping the building in. Inside the building, we're working on the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing rough-ins, and we'll start the wall build-outs next week. We have a change order on the agenda today for $15,590 for Lathrop for the addition of a sink and a cabinet in the conference room in the new space. We have no other items on the agenda today that I have not highlighted, but I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the board? So do we think that with this renumbering, it's going to be more intuitive than what we've had in the past?
Yes.
Because it's been pretty amazing. I've been on the board for 3 years now, and I don't know that I can name a single, room.
Especially in a multi-story building, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, looking forward to that.
Thank you.
People being on time to where they need to be more often, including myself. All right, thank you very much. We'll move next on to the student trustee report with student trustee Clark.
Good afternoon, Board President Shaban, board members, Acting President Jolly, and college community. Thank you for the opportunity to update you all. As student trustee, my focus remains on bridging the realities of our student body with actionable policy and advocacy. Through these efforts, I aim to ensure that many of our students who are underrepresented in traditional governance have their voices heard through structural improvements. Here are some of the recent updates demonstrating progress in this direction. As we wrap up our summer SGA onboarding, I've been reviewing and editing every governing document that upholds our program, starting with our election code and bylaws. The other initiative focuses on advocacy and inclusivity by by using resolutions as literacy tools to fill communication gaps between SGA and the school at large. In my initial efforts, I have focused on the fact that around 90% of our students are parents, seniors, workers, or are in career-focused and non-credit programs. Since governance conversations are often subject by a narrow range of voices, I'm using policy to build broader inclusiveness that reaches and reflects our true student majority. On behalf of the student body, I want to bring up some of their concerns. First is a recurring issue with the English department's expectations for international students. Several students have shared that course expectations feel disproportionately harsh, especially regarding how they are expected to communicate. They've expressed feelings that these expectations don't always account for the additional challenges of studying in a second language. Additionally, there is growing concern that the student code of conduct is slipping in enforcement and has at times gone unnoticed, which affects the campus climate and accountability. The other topic was campus lighting and safety. Students have noted inadequate lighting in the evening hours on the Santa Rosa site, with the students reporting that they feel unsafe walking across the campus after dark. Shifting to today's board agenda, I'm particularly excited for item E4, a constitutional and bylaw amendment to create a vice president of residence life. This role will represent students in on-campus housing at Poly Hall and address broader housing crises that deeply affect our community. I personally created this position last year and advocated for students to get involved and vote on it during my campaign, so it's very rewarding to see it reach its final voting stage. To close, I want to highlight some urgent challenges we face, not just as headlines from afar, but realities here in our district, across our state, and beyond. These include struggles around human rights, free expression, and protecting truth, especially for displaced communities, workers in unsafe conditions, individuals wronged for their beliefs, and people targeted simply for who they are. Silence should never be the default when integrity is at stake, as these are not abstract causes. They should remind us that every policy, law, and choice we make, locally and globally, can either support or limit opportunities and equity. In the coming year, I look forward to learning from and contributing to conversations on these topics, continuing through research, writing, and action to seek where empathy meets structure and awareness leads to meaningful change. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to board member comments. Is there any members of the board wishing to provide an update? Trustee Battenfeld.
No, I just haven't seen anybody since May because I missed the June board meeting and for family matters, and then we didn't have a meeting, so I'm back, and I just want to wish everybody, good luck in the new semester, and everybody welcome back, students and staff. And also just to let people know, I'm a member of the State Community College Affordability Task Force. So we work on a state level for better policies, funding, legislation to support students with housing, food, transportation, technology, and security. And so we're having next week, we're having a full statewide planning meeting. So if anyone has input on things we should be advocating for or planning for work for next year, let me know. Send me an email. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Trustee Bailey, please go ahead.
Again, I just want to welcome everyone to the start of the fall 2025 semester. Again, it's a very exciting time for the community, for the district, but I also want to make sure that I acknowledge Eric Fernandez Bonilla. Again, I just want to say congratulations to you. And on this day, we honor the example that you have set and the work that you're putting within the counseling department. But again, I just wanted to say that the role modeling and example is to be noted. Clearly, Rachel Cotter, in 30 years of service, and we're talking about financial services, and it was a joy to see you bring up the staff and the dedicated staff. And I just would say in the awarding of over $44 million, and particularly when you're encompassing the veteran students. And I just want to say congratulations to you and what you've meant to the district. And just want to say thank you for the service that you've provided to our community. And with that having been said, I just wanted to let you all know that I attended the first trustee association, which is a countywide association, which again, in being representative, there were 17 districts represented at this new county association. So it is the idea that we're beginning to align our messaging throughout the county of Sonoma. But the idea is that we want to make sure that we're providing a clear picture of what the educational landscape is looking like in this county. Again, with that being said, you're going to hear a lot more with regards to the updates, in addition to additional funding that has been brought to the county by way of our state legislature. So I just want to say congratulations. Look forward to the fall semester, and thank you all for your work.
Thank you. Any other board members? Trustee Fishman.
Hi, welcome back, and I'll make this short and sweet. I just want to remind everybody that the president's address that the foundation puts on, and the president's will be speaking on September the 18th at 3 o'clock. It's really a lovely event. Dr. Garcia will give her it's sort of the State of the Union, if you will. And there'll be a reception on the lawn afterwards. And the tickets are very doable, and I hope you can all join us. Thank you. You get the tickets through the foundation, and I, of course, don't remember exactly how much, but I bought one and it wasn't that much.
Thank you. Any other board members with updates? Just briefly, I'll note that on June 26th, the board convened our special meeting for our retreat and self-evaluation, which is an important part of our accreditation process, and also focusing on continuous improvement. I'd just like to thank my board colleagues for, their comments, time, commitment. Definitely, this is a board that is, laser focused on institutional self-evaluation, improvement, addressing, the issues that are in front of us, enrollment, student success, campus climate. And we're going to continue to work on that in the coming academic year in partnership with our superintendent president and campus community. With that, we'll move on to item B9, which are reports information. I believe I saw John there with our Academic Senate President, John Stover, to kick us off on reports.
Good afternoon, everyone. Board President Shaban, trustees, Acting President Jolly, members of the SRJC community. Thank you for this opportunity to update you on the activities of the SRJC Academic Senate, which has not met since I last saw you in May. So today I'll just be sharing highlights from the planning that the executive committee did this summer. So we had 2 retreats, and at those retreats, we developed content and talked about the organization of the Academic Senate website, which is actually available. You can look at it. It looks good, but we're still debugging it. So maybe don't, spend a lot of time on it. We consulted with Miracosta College's Academic Senate president on their process for adopting a 16-week calendar, and we will be starting that process this year on the Senate. We talked about workload, opportunities, and faculty development succession planning for the Curriculum Review Committee. We talked about how we can build pathways from non-credit to credit programs. We are revitalizing our Faculty Professional Development Committee, and there are many needs associated with that. We are very much interested in supporting the efforts around strategic planning and the revised governance restructure. We are updating the process by which we are making faculty appointments. I will say I'm going to use generative AI to help me with that task, and so far it looks promising. We are planning for a new associate area to redistribute associate senators so they have more even representation. We are in discussion about a process for honoring faculty contributions towards new program developments and how we can best support those ideas. Most importantly, we are currently discussing and planning for how to best support students in their attendance and participation in courses this fall. And to this point, there are actions being taken at the national, regional, and local levels that are putting us in the direct line of increasingly fascist and authoritarian actions that undermine the health and well-being in real time by real people in real communities across the country, across the state, and in our own communities. I'm deeply concerned about how we are going to best support our students and one another in the days and weeks ahead. And I want to stress a sociology concept, Verstehen. Max Weber's concept of Verstehen is to understand with empathy and to understand not just the why, but the what and the how. I will not pretend to know all of the answers or what is coming, but I will tell you that as somebody who is queer, who is first generation, who is gender non-conforming, I feel this direct threat myself, and I feel it among my students and in our community. So we need to have each other's backs, and we are going to be doing everything that we can do on the Senate to make sure that occurs. The last thing I want to talk about right now is generative AI. This summer, Canvas and Instructure, without consultation with anyone in the state of California, decided they were going to embed generative AI in Canvas. So no one in California knew this. We are working with our AFA colleagues. We're working with district colleagues. We will talk about this on the Senate. I'm not going to speak for AFA. I believe that there is a proper use for Gen AI, but never, ever, ever will it replace us as teachers. Never, ever, ever should it ever replace students thinking and learning. We have a lot to learn. This is a tool. We have challenging days ahead, but we have the most amazing community here. I know we can take care of one another. I know we can do right by our students. I know my time is running out and I'm just running down the clock. I appreciate you all very much.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have our classified Senate report. I believe Guy Tillotson is going to be pinch hitting for Linda J today.
Good afternoon, President Shaban, Board of Trustees, Acting President Jolly, colleagues, and community. I'm Guy Tillotson, the VP of Classified Senate, and I'll be presenting for our President, Linda J. Thank you for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the Classified Senate for our August 25 report. Congrats to Employee of the Month, Eric Fernandez Bonilla. What a powerful testament to the transformative power of education, from leading initiatives like the Welcome and Connect Center Annex to supporting students and colleagues. He is truly a shining example of dedication, leadership, and having students' best interests at heart. Thank you, Eric, for all you do and all you have done for the JC. Summer was very productive for the Classified Senate. 3 of us attended the Classified Leadership Institute held by 4CS in June. It was very informative for us, and it was a great opportunity to meet and connect with other community college classified professionals from across the state. We participated in informative workshops regarding generative AI, mentorships, legislative updates, and more. Dr. Sonia Christian, California Community College Chancellor, gave the keynote speech regarding the CCC Vision 2030 Roadmap for Colleges and AI and how it'll apply to classified professionals. We got a nomination from another college for our very own Dr. Garcia to be the speaker for next summer's conference. It was a very informative institute, and we brought back great information that will sculpt our Senate going forward. I'm happy to report that our classified Senate may become a model of change for other classified Senates across the state, as other Senates continue to be challenged, like we were, to fill senator seats. Our new Senate pillar structure sparked a great discussion at the CLI President's Retreat. By the end of the week, other presidents and senates shared they had already decided to implement similar changes or plan to bring the idea back to their colleges for discussion. We're very excited to see which campuses adopt this approach and the positive impact it creates. We held our annual retreat in July, and it was very productive. We reviewed our Senate responsibilities, planned events, and discussed information from the conference. We're excited to implement our ideas and changes this year. We hope these changes will increase our participation and awareness of the classified Senate among our classified professionals. One of the changes we're excited to introduce is the addition to next week's welcome days on Monday and Tuesday, August 18th and 19th. In addition to welcoming students to campus, we'd like to welcome back classified professionals, faculty, management, and trustees, of course, to the new academic year. In collaboration with the Academic Senate and Management Liaison Group, we will host 2 welcome days for employees on the 18th and 19th with coffee, tea, and light refreshments in the staff lounge, which is on the other side of the dining hall here. We hope to provide a connection with returning colleagues and meet new ones as well. This year, our students will face challenges, including adapting to new AI tools, dealing with threats to the residency status, ensuring access to healthcare, and feeling supported in their identities and relationships. The Classified Senate is committed to standing together in solidarity and support for our students, colleagues, and our loved ones, and ourselves. We look forward to our leadership collaborations to contribute to positive changes that will not only support our students' success, but also support each other in community. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Next, we'd move to the SGA report. Do we have a report from our SGA president? President Garcia.
President Shabana, members of the board, acting President Jolie, college communities. A few board meetings ago, I had the honor of standing here speaking in support of salary increase for non-credit faculty. Back then, I introduced myself as a candidate for student body president, and today I am here, but this time as the president of this wonderful institution. This year's election was one of the most competitive in SRJC's history, and it is the first time a non-traditional student has been elected lead our student government. My journey at SRJC started from the very basics. I learned the alphabet here, my very first words in English, and I discovered something powerful. Learning a new language gave me a new voice, a voice to communicate, to learn, to participate, and now to lead. SRJC is where I earned my GED, transitioned into credit classes, and completed my certified nursing assistant program. But SRJC didn't just give me an education, it also gave me a home. I live at the campus dorms, and every day I see how this community opened doors for people from all walks of life. In the past, I had the honor of being featured in the SRJC's 2024 annual report. I am also the founder of All Connections Club, which together with ESL Moves supports students, connects them with resources, and inspires them to lead. I also want to take a moment to thank some of the people who have been key in this journey. Rom Romagnoli, always there to guide me. Kathy Prince for her unconditional support. Bridget Aleman for always motivating me to grow. Laura Larque for believing in me. April Oliver for all her support and guidance. Penny Ferry for encouraging me to never give up on my education. And directors from different departments such as Eva Barragan from the Dream Center, Kari Ketona, our social worker, Rebecca Value from EUPS, and Malena Hernandez from the Intercultural Center for their support and guidance. And many more people who I may not mention today, but whose support has meant more than I could ever have imagined. As student body president, I have clear plans to transfer to Sacramento State University, become a nurse, then a doctor, and one day enter politics to be a voice for the unheard. My priorities this year are clear. Listen to and represent all students. Increase students' participation in activities, clubs, and leadership. Expand access to academic and wellness resources. Unite all our campuses because we are one SRJC's family. My commitment is to serve you with the same dedication that this institution has shown me. I know from personal experience that students can come here with small dreams and live with a future they never imagined. Thank you to everyone who has believed in me, my fellow SGA members, or faculty, staff, the administration, and most importantly, our students. This year, we will prove that SRJC is not just a college. It is a community that transforms lives. And I am a living proof of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we're moving on to the information agenda, item C1, implementation of AB 928, an update on strengthening transfer pathways with Vice President Senecal kicking us off.
Good afternoon, Board President Shaban, Board of Trustees, Acting President Jolly, and SRJC community. So my name is Molly Senecal. I'm the Vice President of Student Services, and it is my distinct privilege to introduce our topic presentation for tonight. So tonight we're going to share a little bit about the great work that we have been doing to strengthen and improve pathways for transfer for students who want to transfer. So it's my privilege to introduce our speaker tonight, which will be Dean of Counseling, Dr. Julia Flores.
Thank you, Dr. Senecal, and thank you for inviting me for a second time today. Yay, me. We heard a little bit about ADTs in my presentation related to Employee of the Month. So ADTs are a really important thing here at SAJC. They stand for Associate's Degree for Transfer. Essentially, a bill was passed in 2021, Assembly Bill 928, and it essentially is designed to simplify the transfer pathways for California community college students. There are two main efforts associated with the AB 928 bill. The first one is ensuring that students that indicate transfer as an educational goal are put on a pathway that allows them to finish in a timely manner. And then the second part is creating a singular GE pattern for transfer called the CalGETC, which is effective fall 2025. So prior to this bill, we had two general education patterns associated with transfer to one, the CSU GE breadth to the Cal State University system, And then the second one, the IGETC, which transferred students to the UC. Now, as you can imagine, having two patterns and two systems that kind of sound the same, CSU, UC, just mix around a little bit of letters, created some confusion. So the idea was to streamline the general education patterns to ensure that it reduces the confusion. So in order to do all that, we were provided some funding by the Chancellor's Office to be able to execute the items required in the policy or in the trailer bill. And so these are some of the things that we're allowed to do as a part of our systems and processes here at SRJC campus. And so these next two slides, and I won't read them so because they're in your packet, but essentially these are just ways that this funding allows us to achieve both the mission, vision, and values of our college. Here listed are activities that we've completed with the funding. They're very generic, but essentially it's programming, giving more time to our counselors, our counseling department, our counseling faculty, also our articulation officer to do the necessary work to ensure that everything lines up with CalGETC, et cetera. But the one activity that I really want to highlight, which is really the showstopper for today, is going to be the video project. So myself and two counseling faculty members, Robin Ergubian and Alma Sanchez Carreno, essentially worked this semester-long project to create an ADT video, promotional video for every single ADT that we have, not only currently established, but in the works in curriculum. So we created 32 videos. I'm gonna see if I can play a teaser just to get people
Interested
excited.
in earning a degree and planning to transfer to a four-year university? Consider an Associate Degree for Transfer, or ADT, from Santa Rosa Junior College. Every year, over 1,200 SRJC students successfully transfer to four-year universities. SRJC offers ADTs in more than 30 majors, including psychology, sociology, business, communication studies, and more. Whether you're interested in people, ideas, numbers, or justice, there's a path that fits your goals. With an ADT, you'll take the classes you need for your major and complete general education courses through CalGETC, a set of transferable classes that meet lower division requirements for both CSU and UC schools. ADTs are designed to help you transfer into the CSU system, but only in majors that are accepted at the CSU campus you choose. Thinking about transferring to a UC? While the ADT itself isn't part of the UC transfer process, your CalGETC coursework can still help you meet UC general education requirements. At SRJC, you'll learn from expert instructors, get personalized support from academic counselors, and save money, all while staying on track to earn your degree. From choosing your classes to selecting the right university, we're here to support you every step of the way. Start today. Take an intro class in your major and start building your future. Santa Rosa Junior College. Your transfer success starts here.
So what you essentially just saw in that video are the shorter versions of, we created two versions, both short versions and long versions. Our long version videos are essentially perspectives of students and faculty members. So we have anywhere between 1 to 3 students and 1 to 2 faculty members, essentially talking about their curriculum, their materials. For the students, it was about what excites them about being a Santa Rosa Junior College student, what excites them about the support services that we have on campus, what excites them about the teachers, the instructors, the faculty that help them develop their inquisitive minds. They're essentially narrative story-based format. So you'll see kind of us go through, you'll see B-roll of like, so for instance, if it's a shown farm related ADT, we'll have images of the farm. We'll have students working in the farm, the perspective of our students in the classroom and what their experiences are like. And then also the faculty, like what empowers them, what inspires them to be here at the college. And it's really an opportunity for students to get to learn more about the ADT program. So what we're essentially doing for promotion and distribution of this particular AB 928 project activity is we're currently working out website placement. So we're going to have all the long form videos, which are about 4 to 5 minutes, posted on the curriculum website. The teaser video that you just saw right now is going to be the first one that we release on a weekly basis. And then we'll have the shorter versions. And the idea is to promote these on social media to then get our students to watch the 30-second video and then move on to the longer 4-minute ones to just get them more excited about the particular majors. So as I mentioned, the clips will start on August 26th via Instagram and Facebook. We've already created the YouTube video page with all the long form videos already posted. We're also going to have our counselors in the counseling department use this in their counseling sessions to kind of help students kind of just get the conversation going. And then also using the digital screens on campus as another form of promotion. So super exciting time. Currently 29 videos because there are 3 ADTs in the curriculum process that will be coming soon, but I didn't want to miss an opportunity to highlight those. And so with that said, any questions? And I did it in record time, yes.
See, we'll start with Trustee Bricker.
Thank you so much for that great presentation. I love the video. I look forward to seeing the other videos when they do come out. I am just wondering, and I noticed you noted putting the videos on the Guided Pathways webpage, and I wonder if this is a question for you or maybe for others, but how does this overlap or overlay with Guided Pathways?
That is an ongoing discussion at the moment, and we're still trying to flush out the Guided Pathways components. But the idea is, and we've had conversations, is that since we haven't flushed that out yet, we are hosting them on the curriculum website, the videos for now. And then once we've flushed that out, to then moving into the Guided Pathways framework, because then we'll be able to show the maps. So we'll get to incorporate the maps with the ADT videos to kind of show the student, okay, I watched this video on an ADT and now I can look at a map that'll tell me like, what does my pathway look like?
Okay, thank you. I'd love to hear more, I think, in future, once that is kind of fleshed out, what that's going to look like. Thank you so much.
See other questions from the board? Trustee Fishman.
Well, I was wondering, you did mention a number in one of the videos about how many students transfer. Has there been, maybe it's a premature question, any improvement, or do you have goal setting, or what's the end goal of all this? To increase enrollment or increase interest in transfer programs?
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Absolutely.
No, go ahead. I'll be quiet.
This project itself is already embedded into our enrollment management system. So when you look at our EMS plan, we've actually talked about the ADT videos as one mechanism to increase enrollment. But another component that we're really hoping to drive is with the student-centered funding formula, knowing that we get an additional allotment for ADTs. Our goal is really to showcase that we have these great programs, and not just I know that AB 920 only addresses the ADT component, but that we have great programs here at Santa Rosa Junior College. So really this is an effort to get students to learn more about what the ADTs are, hear from their peers what exactly an ADT is or what they're doing in their curriculum, and with that intentionally getting more students to choose ADT as an educational goal.
Thank you. Trustee Battenfeld.
Yeah, I thought of this because I was actually just at a meeting with some folks from Santa Rosa City Schools about their, 9 through 12 pathways. And I wondered, have any of the high schools been open to like posting some of these and kind of working with you so that their pathways that they're designing and also the students can see this before they come to the JC?
Absolutely. That is a great recommendation. I meet on a monthly basis with some of the members from SCO. So I will be bringing this back to see how we can incorporate and maybe bridge that as an opportunity to share these videos. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're great. It looks like great work. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Trustee Bailey.
Thank you. Dean Flores, clearly the objective of these ADTs is to simplify the transfer pathways. And in my thoughts, I'm just thinking in terms of the academic advising component that goes along with the elimination of the IGETC and CSU transfer the CSU transfer pattern, the idea of the communication with the actual advising. I know we're doing the counseling and then we're doing the advising. And I'm just curious to know, with the idea of the timeline of aligning these ADTs as we have our new students coming in for the fall, what does that actually look like as far as like timeline and like incorporating the ADTs into a first-time freshman, a new student coming into the campus? You know, I've often heard a lot of students will come into the campus and they will, by virtue of having communication with faculty or let's say other peers, as you mentioned, other peers. And I'm just really, really curious to know about the infusion of the transitioning of the ADTs with the academic advising side.
Absolutely. So the goal of this video project, and you're not able to see this because I only showed the short video ones, but the longer video ones at the end talk about meeting with a counselor and then that connection, so that we can bring the students, because while these 4 to 5 minute videos kind of just set the groundwork on what that ADT is, really that conversation starts with that one-on-one with our counselors and giving that information to the student, especially our incoming students, because our new students that are new to college, first to Santa Rosa Junior College, are going to be the ones that are placed on the CalGETC. And so we'll be giving that information to those new students. Previous students that have catalog rights will still be able to follow their path on the CSU, GE Breadth, or the IGETC. So this was really an effort to ensure that we're not going to be able to reach all of our students. Mm-hmm. So the idea is to push this out so that our students can come to us, because we know, unfortunately, we email them and sometimes we don't get a hold of them, but we know that we can get them on Instagram, on Snapchat, on YouTube, and these meeting them where they're at, essentially. Mm-hmm. So that's the goal of these videos. So it's really to draw them in, to have that one-on-one conversation, because that rapport building is what helps our students. And that's not just our counselors, it's then that communication in the classroom with the faculty members of the respective ADT program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Other trustees with comments? I think you touched on it with Trustee Battenfeld's comments, but I do think there's, some benefit to the videos for incoming students too, right? So it's for our existing students, but I think, there's some messaging there that I think would resonate on people sort of looking at coming, making the decision to come to campus, and how there is a pathway, with these multiple ADTs, right? And so that is something I heard that you're going to be looking at too, and rolling out with school districts and other ways to try to promote, right?
Yes, and another thing that I forgot to mention, a discussion that's been had, but we're waiting for our faculty to come back, is to host it on our orientation. So all of our new to college students, first-time students, have to go through the orientation. So that would be another opportunity to house these videos. But definitely, yes.
Great. And then one last question. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Or are you wearing a Dodgers hat in here?
Yes. Okay. Just so everybody knows. Last comment. I'm very excited about presenting this ADT AB 928 project, because I've been here for 1.5 years and I moved from SoCal. So LA is a special place to me, but Santa Rosa is slowly growing on me. I can't say that I'll be a Giants fan in the next 1.5 years, but I will try my best.
All right. Yeah. We'll see if we can convert you. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Next, we're moving on to our consent agenda. That's items D1 through D12. Approval of the consent agenda is item D13. Do I have a motion and a second from the board?
Motion. Second.
Any public comment here or online? Seeing none, we'll go to Student Trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? All right, the ayes have it. The consent agenda is approved. That takes us to our action agenda, starting with item E1, personnel actions. Do I have a motion and a second?
Second.
Any public comment here in the room or online, or board members wishing to comment? Seeing none, student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? That item is approved. Next, item E2, the May 18th, 2025 to July 19th, 2025 warrants. Do I have a motion and a second? Any public comments or board member comments? Seeing none, student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstentions? So I heard, so we have 2 abstentions on that. Did we record that? Perfect. Trustees Battenfeld and Fishman abstaining. That item is approved. Next, item E3, the instructor load reports for spring, summer, and fall 2025. Do I have a motion and a second?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion. All right. Any public comments in the room or online, or board members wishing to comment on this item? Seeing none, student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? All right, 1 abstention, and that item is approved. Next item, E4, the student constitution and SGA bylaws amendments. Do I have a motion and a second?
Second.
Any public comments or members of the board with comments? Seeing none, student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? This item is approved. Next, item E5, the AFA and district reopeners for 25-26 negotiations. Do I have a motion and a second? Any public comments in the room or online, or board members with comments? Seeing none, student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? This item is also approved. Next, we are to item E6, the management team compensation package for 25-26. Do I have a motion and a second? Any public comments or board member comments? Seeing none, student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? The measure carries. Item E7, second reading of board policy 3100, 7100, and 7750. Do I have a motion and a second?
Motion. Second.
All right. Public comments on this item, or board members with comments? Seeing none, student trustee Clark.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstain? 1 abstention. That item carries. Next, item E8, resolution 9-25, a change order number 10 for Towser Gym modernization. Do I have a motion and a second?
Second.
Any public comments or board members with comments on this item? This is a roll call vote. Please call the roll.
Student trustee Clark. Aye. Trustee Bailey.
Aye.
Trustee Battenfeld. Aye. Trustee Bricker. Aye. Trustee Fishman. Aye. Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Valdovinos.
Aye.
Trustee Shaban.
Aye. All right, that item is also approved. Next, we are on to item E9, resolution 10-25, change order number 2 for Bertolini Student Center, career services renovation. Do I have a motion and a second?
Second.
Do we have any public comments or board member comments? Seeing none, this also requires a roll call vote. Please call the roll.
Student trustee Clark. Aye. Trustee Bailey.
Aye.
Trustee Battenfeld. Aye. Trustee Bricker. Aye.
Trustee Fishman. Trustee Martinez. Trustee Valdovinos. Trustee Shaban.
Aye. That brings us to item E10, Resolution 1125, compensation of excused absence of board members. Do I have a motion and a second?
Second.
All right. Any public comments or board members wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, this also requires a roll call vote. So please call the roll.
Student trustee Clark.
Aye.
Trustee Bailey.
Aye.
Trustee Battenfeld. Trustee Bricker. Trustee Fishman. Trustee Martinez. Trustee Valdovinos. Trustee Shaban.
Aye. With that, I'd like to thank everyone. Wish you a wonderfully successful semester ahead. And with that, this meeting of the Sonoma County Junior College District Board of Trustees is adjourned.